everyone, I'm your host Aajny and I gladly welcome you all to a brand new season of Juicy Full Toss. In today's episode, we are in conversation with two cricket lovers, Ronak Hiranandani and Lloyd Miranda. We'll be talking about the pre-tournament analysis of all the teams participating in the Asia Cup, their strengths, their weaknesses, and the most important of it all, who has the highest chance of taking the cup home. So without any further ado, let's dive right into it. Hello Ronak, hello Lloyd. How are you guys feeling today?
How are you?
Great. So the Asia Cup fever is running high, and as you all know, 6 teams have qualified. They've been divided into 2 groups, Group A, Group B. Group A consisting of India, Pakistan, Nepal, and Group B consisting of Bangladesh, Afghanistan, and defending champions, Sri Lanka. So let's talk about Group A today. Let's talk about Group A, the underdogs, Nepal. They are making a debut at the Asia Cup after winning the ACC Men's Premier Cup 2023. What do you think their mindset is at this point while entering the tournament?
Probably happy. They must be very happy playing against big teams. First time getting qualified in a Asia Cup tournament. So yeah, you said about underdogs. They are the underdogs, but again, cricket is an unpredictable game. On their day, you never know what's going to happen. So yes, probably their mindset is they must be very happy.
Okay, and their approach when they are against cricketing heavyweights, India, Pakistan, in terms of batting and bowling, what do you guys think?
Honestly, they have a, I will not say we have not gone through it exactly, but they have a very good quality side. Definitely in the likes of their bowlers. It's very intense to see what they have in store against these top sides. Their batting order, they have some good fire packs on the start. In the likes of Kushal as well, Rohit as well is on the top. So it's definitely interesting to see what they have in store. And even if you see their bowlers, they have some very good phenomenal bowlers as well. So it's definitely going to be interesting.
Okay, the underdogs are not the only new thing this season. We have a exclusively new hybrid model this time. Could you please explain to our audience what exactly that is?
So yeah, it's something new. It's never happened in the past. But yeah, we know the conditions exactly. It's like India can't exactly travel to Pakistan due to some political reasons. That's the only thing. But yeah, it's going to be challenging as well.
Do you think the hybrid model would affect the team and the individual performances in the game?
It can be, definitely, because if you see the conditions out there, it's pretty different. Sri Lanka, it's pretty wet conditions, and if you see Pakistan, it's pretty dry as well. It is going to be a big major role in the Asia Cup as well. So
your opinion?
Yeah, I would probably go against him. In Sri Lanka, it's a wet condition. I feel in Sri Lanka it's going to be a much drier condition, spin-friendly environment, and in Pakistan it's going to be tough because you haven't played much matches in Pakistan. So I don't think, other than the Pakistan team, anyone has an idea of how the pitch is going to be.
Okay, talking about the Pakistan pitch, what do you think of the highly effective pace attacks in the Pakistani team?
They've got a bunch of really young and quality paces in them. They've got, I feel, around 4 to 5 paces, and out of them, I feel 4 have already clicked around 145, 150 miles an hour. So yes, their pace is what I feel is going to be the plus point for Pakistan.
And the pace attacks of any other teams in the group?
Honestly, we can't predict about Nepal because if you see the side, they have plenty of spinners. I think about 2 or 3 seamers instead. But if you see India as well, they're going with the quality side. Bumrah's back. Shami, as always, has been lethal. Siraj, we know the past performances of him as well. He's been very good in ODIs in the recent year or two, I believe. But yeah, and even Prakhar Krishna. You see, he's been very good, though he had not got a lot. He's not been exposed to international cricket a lot. But seeing the performances in IPL, that's the reason India has picked him. And it's going to be interesting to see because India are going in with that quality side compared to the previous Asia Cup that they had gone with. And it's a build-up for the World Cup, definitely. So it's going to be.
The Indian squad has decided to play all the matches in Sri Lanka. And coming to the Sri Lankan pitch, what do you think? Which team possesses the spin attacks to topple the opponent team batsmen?
It's a 50-50 situation again, because again they've got spinners, they've got a variety of spinners, but what I personally feel is they've got spinners which are more suitable for the shorter format, a T20 game. So it is going to be a bit tough, but since India are going to play more matches in Sri Lanka, I feel you could slightly say India has a much better advantage in Sri Lanka.
Okay, a lot of chit chat happening on the internet about the selectors dropping UZ Chahal. Your thoughts about it?
Honestly, we really don't know what is happening exactly behind the scenes. It has happened in the past as well. I will not say about the Asia Cup, but in the T20 World Cup, where even he had missed out on the flight to Australia. So it's not something new, but it's definitely a point to question about why it is exactly happening. Because if you see his past performances, he's been great. He's not someone who you can drop, and it's definitely a cause of concern heading into the World Cup. I hope it's just another experiment, but not something which is going to be left out, because UZ Chahal we all know what sort of quality he brings to the side, and if you don't have such a player in the team, it's going to be something that India have to worry about.
Okay, your views?
Yeah, it's a big loss for the Indian team, since Yuzvendra Chahal is not playing. Probably the quality that he brings to the team is his wicket-taking abilities, which I feel is a bit poor when it comes to someone like a Jadeja or a Akshar Patel or even Kuldeep. So Chahal, yeah, he is going to be missed.
Okay, so in your opinion, which are some key players to look forward to in the tournament?
If you see, I would go from the Nepal team, obviously Lamichane, since he has played around the big stars in the IPL, CPL. So you could say he is going to go with a positive mindset. From the Indian team, I feel you could say someone like a Virat Kohli or Mohammad Siraj as well.
Your opinion?
If you see from my opinion, I would say, if you're saying from Nepal, I would look at their batters as well, because definitely they have qualified for that Asia Cup. And if you see the batters, it was not like only the bowling unit was in play in that tournament, but it was the batters as well. Kushal Malla, I believe he was averaging 79 in those qualifiers. He was phenomenal with his batting abilities. And if you see, their team has a good all-rounding abilities as well. And if you see India I would look out for Shreyas Iyer, because he's also coming back from an injury. And honestly speaking, we all know what he has done in the past. How important is that player for the Indian side? We all know that. And secondly, I would say Virat Kohli, because he's someone who has come back from a slightly poor phase, but he's bounced back very well. And lastly, I would say Rohit Sharma.
Which are some of the players that you guys would be looking forward to in the upcoming tournament?
If you see, looking forward to the impact player, I feel from Nepal, Sandeep Lamichane. He's a quality spinner. He's got a good bowling action as well, good bowling rhythm. He's played with, you can say, big players. I feel he's played with someone like a Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli. He's played in the PSL as well. So from Nepal, I would go for Sandeep Lamichane. If you go to Pakistan, I feel, again, the pace attack. It's the backbone of Pakistan cricket. Not forgetting the batting as well, but Pakistan, I feel someone like, say, Naseem Shah, Haris Rauf, and their captain Babar Azam. For India, I feel you can say someone like Shreyas Iyer, firstly, alongside Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli as well. He's been in form since last year's Asia Cup. A bit rough on the West Indies series as well. But yeah, Virat Kohli. And looking forward to the bowlers, I would say Kuldeep is making his return back. It's going to be a plus point. Alongside, I would say Siraj. He's been very good with the new ball. He's been good with the old ball as well. He's showing his class. So yes.
And what do you think?
So I'll mention a batting and bowling as well. So from Nepal, I would say it would be Kushal Malla, because he's also coming in with a good form in the recent past. And from their bowling side, I would definitely go with Sandeep Lamichane again. He's been phenomenal. And even one more bowler, that would be Karan Casey, because he had a good qualifier as well. He was top class with his bowling efforts. From India, I would say Shubman Gill on top. We know his records in India, though we are having the Asia Cup in Sri Lanka, but we know what he's going to be capable of doing in those conditions as well. Secondly, I would say Shreyas Iyer, because Shreyas Iyer, we know the capabilities that he has brought into this Indian side. And lastly, I would say Jasprit Bumrah. He's coming back after an injury, but if you see the recent Island series as well, he had been clocking some good pace as well. It's not like he's coming back from injury. I think he's coming after almost 300 days, but it's not like it didn't feel like that. But yeah, these three players from India. And lastly, about Pakistan, I would say on top, I would say Fakhar Zaman. We know the quality that he possesses while he's batting. Secondly, I would say Rizwan, especially for the Asia Cup, because he's not been in great touch in the recent past, but it's going to be something to watch out for Mohammad Rizwan. And lastly, from the seamer side, I would say Shaheen Shah Afridi. We all know what sort of a bowler he is, a tall left-arm pacer. That's what some teams really require. So these three from my end.
Okay, let's just address the elephant in the room. Rohit Sharma, the captain of the Indian squad. What do you guys think? How crucial his captaincy would be heading through the tournament?
It's a bit tricky, because Rohit, he hasn't been captaining for a long time. Yes, in the IPL he did captain, but again, probably in the last year, you've seen around 3-4 captains captaining India. Yeah, looking at Rohit's captaincy, he hasn't been captaining India in the ODI format for a long time. I feel he missed out the West Indies series.
Yeah,
he did.
first game.
Yeah, he did miss out. So, and they're playing around a different team, a different style of playing as well. So it is going to be tough for Rohit. Not forgetting, he did win the Asia Cup as well prior to this. So yeah, Rohit, I feel it is going to be a tough situation for him, but he's won 5 IPL trophies as well. So yeah, he should be able to handle it.
Backing up with him as well, because Rohit has been someone who we really look forward to, because we know what he has done in the past, what he's capable of as a batter, and it's something to really watch out for, because this Asia Cup, it's something, you're having a World Cup in just another 25 days from there on. So considering his form, and it's going to be something to watch out for, definitely.
Okay, so quick question. Ideal choice, Ishan or Gill? The better person to open the tournament with alongside Rohit?
I feel if you're going for opening, the obvious choice is Shubman Gill based on his performance over the last year. He scored a double hundred against New Zealand as well. He's had an incredible IPL. The leading scorer, I feel, in IPL as well. So Shubman Gill, I feel, is the obvious choice alongside Rohit.
And your views?
Yeah, I would stick with him as well. Shubman Gill, definitely you can't miss out on that person. No ruling out Ishan Kishan, he's been great. But if you need to see the format, though Ishan has a double hundred in ODIs, but Shubman Gill...
He's also been to score better when he starts and instead of the center.
Correct, exactly. So it's like Shubman Gill has been that sort of a player. It's not like he's technically very sound as a batsman. And Ishan Kishan, you have that firepower on the start, but I believe he's someone who has to be in the middle order, because India need that middle order power, though you have Shreyas Iyer. But someone to finish off the game, you need someone like an Ishan Kishan, definitely. But I would back Shubman Gill as an opener, that is for sure.
Okay, now coming to the another hot topic, heavy dependence on Virat and Rohit for the tournament. What do you guys think?
Yes, the two most experienced players, obviously. The two leading run scorers for India as well over the years. So what I feel for Rohit is he's got to continue his innings for a long time. He should be able to play around 25-30 overs, and then Kohli comes in, he chips in with his runs as well. So Rohit, what you see is he's been throwing away his wicket over the last, you can say, 5-6 series as well. Even in the IPL as well, he just gets the start. He's gone with an aggressive approach as well, Rohit, but he's got to stabilize his innings. You've got Shubman Gill on the other side who can play the anchor role, but for Rohit, I feel the more balls he plays, the more runs India scores. And going on to Virat Kohli, he's an incredible player. There's no doubt about him. There were a few run leakages from his side as well. But he's Virat Kohli, obviously. So for him, scoring is no big deal. He just needs one good touch and then he's on.
Okay, and you?
So yeah, honestly, Rohit's contribution is going to be very valuable because we all know what he has done in the past. Again, as I said, because 2019 World Cup, I believe 400s, 4 to 500s.
Yeah,
So that was something, almost 600 runs in that World Cup. And these people love when it comes to World Cups, Asia Cups, these big trophies. These two men are always on target. But the dependency factor, definitely, because we all know what India have been going through in the recent past. Not winning a World Cup in the almost last 12 years now, but they definitely have some eyes. It's something to really watch out for. But seeing Shreyas Iyer consistently performing, you're having Rahul backing you, you're having someone like a Shubman Gill as well. It's definitely going to give hope to those two senior players as well, because you can't just win matches with only two players playing in the side. You need to have that backup, and definitely their bowlings are backing up, their batters again are backing up. So definitely it's a little bit of less pressure this time compared to before.
So would your view for the fourth slot of the Indian squad be the same?
I really believe that Kohli at number 3 and Shreyas Iyer at number 4. There's a lot of talk between who's going to play that number 4 position, because even if you see in the recent past, it has happened before, like Ambati Rayudu. That is one thing I really believe. He has missed out on the World Cup slot just before IPL, I think after IPL he had
just
missed out
before
on the slot.
IPL.
That was something, it was heartbreaking definitely. You are performing consistently and then you just miss out on a slot to the World Cup. That is something very challenging. But yeah, this time it looks pretty balanced. You see, you have the likes of Shreyas Iyer, you have the likes of Rahul as well. So I'm really looking forward to, I believe it's going to be Shreyas Iyer at number 4, followed on with someone like an Ishan Kishan or a Rahul.
Yeah, it's a tough situation actually, because India have been looking for that number 4 slot since around 5-6 years. You know, you had someone like a Suresh Raina who could, come in with the ball as well, ball some off spin, and most importantly, he was a left-hander. So, looking at the past performances, I feel Shreyas Iyer the ideal choice, and for Rahul, I feel he's still undergoing a bit of injury, though he has been selected. But I feel at number 5, it's probably going to be either Rahul or Ishan Kishan, because they're the only two keepers. Number 4, I feel there was a toss-up between Surya Kumar Yadav as well, but he has a good form in T20Is. But when it comes to a 50-over game, his form hasn't been up to the level as well. So Shreyas Iyer, obvious choice.
Yeah, honestly, if you see, since you're playing for India, it should not be a matter of concern, because at what number you're playing, it just depends on how well you perform. Even Rohit had said in the recent past as well, like, it doesn't matter number 2, number 3, number 4, at whichever slot you're playing, it depends on how well you perform.
That's a very diplomatic way to end it.
So yeah, well, honestly, that is the fact, because you're playing for your nation. It should not be like at whichever slot you play, but it should be convenient enough.
They've got Tilak Verma as well.
That matters the most.
They've got Tilak Verma as well.
Yeah, that is a definite, like a surprise inclusion in the Asia Cup.
He's been able to bowl some off spin as well. Rohit as well, during the selection time, he did mention that Rohit and Virat both are practicing some bowling as well. So they do want to steady their batting, and
they might roll up their arms as well sometimes. So it's like a win-win situation. They're going to be trying different options, that is for sure. Tilak Verma's inclusion is something for a surprise, because we all know what he has done in the past. 2 very good IPL seasons, 2021 and 2022, and this season he was
West
phenomenal.
Indies season, good performances.
And another very good performance in the West Indies series. So it's something to really watch out for, even in Tilak Verma, once given a chance, that is for sure.
Okay. And what do you think about Sanju Samson, as he would have been a perfect choice for this slot, and he plays well against the spins as well?
Honestly, Sanju Samson, yes, you need that sort of a player in your squad. I don't know what's the reason behind missing him out, selecting him ahead of Surya Kumar Yadav. Yes, Surya Kumar Yadav, we know what is his T20 capabilities, but if you see Sanju's records, I think in 12 or 13 matches he scored about 350s. He's not like, you can just leave him out, because he's such a player. You have just made him play, say, 2-3 matches, and you've just left him out of the squad at many intervals. But I honestly believe Sanju Samson sort of a player should have been there, but maybe it's another missed opportunity for him because if you see his recent performances in T20s, I don't know what India is exactly considering, but yeah, it should have been from a better end, I believe. He should have been backed even more. If you can back someone like Rishabh Pant for a longer time, you should have backed Sanju Samson as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, Sanju Samson, I feel should have been an obvious choice in the 17 member squad since Surya Kumar Yadav hasn't been performing very well. And you look at the past records, he's got good runs under his sleeves as well, Sanju Samson, and he's a backup keeper as well. So, you said about Ishan Kishan, he's good at the top of the order, but when it comes to the middle order, Ishan Kishan hasn't been performing well. And KL Rahul, again, he's just come out from an injury and he's not still 100% sure as well. So, including Sanju Samson would be a very good choice, I feel, because he plays spin well as well. And he's a good player of pace as well, not taking anything away. But what I feel Sanju Samson brings is timing and more patience to the team as well. So you say someone like KL Rahul or Shreyas Iyer, yes, good players. KL Rahul, he has opened the innings as well. But for someone like a Sanju Samson, who has been constantly playing and he's been performing consistently for India as well at the number 5, number 6. So a bit disappointing, but yeah, India have still got some time forward to the World Cup.
So in this current scenario, all-rounders would be a need of the hour. And what do you think, which team has the perfect balance of it?
Honestly, I would say India because you're having Hardik Pandya on the top, you're having even Jadeja in the middle order who can bring in both the balance for batting and for bowling as well. But not ruling out the other teams, if you see even Pakistan, they have likes of Shadab Khan, he's been very good with the bat as well. In the recent past, he's really worked on his batting. It has been seen visible in the PSL as well. So it's definitely something to watch out. But I honestly would stick with India because they are coming with some very good experienced all-rounders. They have been playing international cricket from the past 4 to 5 years now. And Jadeja, he's really worked on his batting. We have seen in the IPL as well. So
you've got Shardul Thakur as well.
Not ruling him out. He's been something. He's like a power pack player. It's like unpredictable.
Especially in the longer formats, he's been scoring runs.
Your choice would be the same?
Yeah, I would probably rely more on Pakistan since they've got quality batsmen and bowlers who can chip in with the bat and with the ball. So I would say Pakistan, comparing to all the teams actually in the Asia Cup, Pakistan have got a better choice of all-round ability.
But no team really has it all. So in your opinion, your respective team, what are their weaknesses?
For Team India, I feel you look at their bowling, the bowlers, you've got Shami, Prasidh Krishna, you've got Bumrah, Siraj. None of them have been playing ODI cricket at all. So that is going to be a weakness. But apart from that, during the big matches, India's top order does fail. So that is going to be a big issue. Yes.
And Team Pakistan?
Pakistan, probably their middle order because their openers, they've got Fakhar Zaman, they've got Imamul Haq as well, 2 quality left-handers. They've got aggression and defense with them. They've got Babar Azam as well. So for Pakistan, I feel the batting is the middle order might be a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, even Pakistan's middle order is pretty weak because even if you see in India, they are really dependent on, again, as you had said before, they were dependent on Rohit and Kohli for a long time. I would say that is the same issue going on with Pakistan because they are over-reliant on Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan. So it's definitely required that their top order really steps up in the form of Imamul Haq, Fakhar Zaman, and even their middle order. Their middle order has been contributing. Mohammad Nawaz, not ruling him, even he's part of the Asia Cup, I believe.
Yeah.
So
they've got new players as well.
They've got some
young
really good players
talents
as well. They have done well in domestic cricket as well. So that's the only reason they have been picked. So it's some players to really watch out for Pakistan. And from the Nepal side, you have, I would say their complete team is filled with all-rounders. Because if they have their batting, you have Sandeep Lamichhane as well, who can score with the bat. So it's not a complete weak middle order, but they are in with some quality.
They've got three-dimensional players.
Complete, yeah, three-dimensional players.
And how would you rate the Nepal captain, Rohit Paudel?
Rohit has been he's been a captain for a very good long time now because he's been handling the Nepal side very well. Though they missed out on the World Cup qualifiers, but he handled the side very well in the Asia Cup qualifiers as well. So it's really looking forward to this team because he's not only a captain who's only one-sided, but he's a very good handy bowler as well, though he's only a batter, but he can contribute with the ball too. So really looking forward to Rohit Paudil's captaincy ahead of this Asia Cup because they are a power pack side. They are really definitely fascinated with their performances lately. So they will be looking forward to performing well in this Asia Cup.
And how do you think Nepal is going to perform against the big leagues when all of the bowlers have experience lower than 10 ODIs?
They are more like of a bowling unit because I had seen very closely in the Asia Cup qualifiers, their bowlers were on point, not ruling out their batters. Their top order was very good. But honestly, their bowling unit, they have Sompal, they have Gulshan, they have Sandeep Lamichhane. They have played a good number of ODIs, I believe. But yeah, their recent performance, they have almost picked up some 10-20 wickets in about like say some 8-9 matches. That is something really to watch out for. They were very good in the Asia Cup qualifiers as well. So I'm really looking forward to watching Nepal as well.
Yeah, the ODI format, a longer format as well. A bowler gets to bowl 10 overs, so it is going to be tough for them, probably exhausting for the fast bowler as well, especially in Sri Lanka under humid conditions. So yes, the bowlers are going to have a tough time, but again, Nepal, the underdogs, the first time they're playing an Asia Cup, so it's probably they come here for experience. It's a learning ability a learning opportunity for Nepal against India and Pakistan.
Okay, and coming towards the end, what do you guys wish or think the table at the standings would look like?
Honestly, I would say India Pakistan. It's like a no blinder because I would not rule out Nepal. They can be a challenge to these two top sides like India Pakistan because underdogs India have not played against Nepal anytime before, even Pakistan. So it's going to be challenging because they're not faced those sort of bowlers and they have some quality spin attack. They have some decent good seamers as well. So it's going to be a challenge for those sides. But honestly, I would say it's India Pakistan to be honest.
Yeah, the ideal choice should go with I should go with India and Pakistan. But again, cricket, it's an exciting game, it's a fun game, but it's also an unpredictable game. So on the given day, Nepal can, probably upset Pakistan and India. So you can't say anything about the table toppers. But if you look at the stats and the performance and the team comparisons as well, I feel India and Pakistan are on top.
Okay, coming to the final question. What would your combined 11 from Group A be? Let's start with you, Ronak.
Okay, so for me, my combined 11, I will start off with Shubman Gill, the two openers Shubman Gill and Imam ul Haq. Then at number 3, I would go with Virat Kohli. For number 4, I would go with Shreyas Iyer, considering his recent form. At number 5, I would go with Ishan Kishan, and followed on with number 6 would be, I would go with Mohammad Rizwan, followed on with Jadeja. So Rizwan, Jadeja at number 7. Then leading to the lower order, I would go with number 8 at Shaheen Shah Afridi. Yeah, and from Nepal, I would go with two bowlers. One is Karan Casey. Yeah, and from Nepal, I would go with, at number 10, I would go with Sandeep Lamichhane. And followed on lastly with, would be Mohammad Siraj. So yeah, this is my total combined level.
Okay, interesting choice of players. What about you?
For me, the openers, you can say the top 3. I would go for Rohit, Fakhar Zaman and Virat Kohli. Handling the middle order, you can say Babar Azam, KL Rahul and Hardik Pandya. And at number 7 and 8, I'll go for two all-rounders. You can say, let's go for Ravindra Jadeja and Shadab Khan. And the bowlers, I'll go for Mohammad Shami, Naseem Shah, and Sompal from Nepal's team.
Interesting how none of you mentioned Bumrah. Please leave down in a comment below what you guys think about the X-Pert's combined 11, whether you agree or disagree, and why they should have chosen Bumrah. Now we have a surprise element for you all. We have a quick rapid fire round.
किथों आया मैं?
भाई ये कौन है?
पीटी
पीटी कौन?
प्रखर त्रेहान
करने क्या है?
लेने आया हूँ
क्या?
टेस्ट। करें शुरू? सवालों का खेल। पहला सवाल मेरी स्क्रीन पर। Who was the leading wicket taker of Asia Cup 2022?
भुवनेश्वर कुमार।
पर अगर उसने विकेट इतना लिया तो उसे टीम में क्यों नहीं लिया अभी?
क्या?
वो है तो है।
Anyways, next question. Who was the leading run scorer in the Asia Cup 2022?
मोहम्मद रिजवान। if I'm not मोहम्मद रिजवान।
तो उसका टीम क्यों नहीं जीता?
बाकी के प्रश्न।
फाइनल।
Who made it to the Asia Cup 2022 group stages through the qualifiers?
Oh,
किंग कॉन्ग हांगकांग।
हांगकांग क्रिकेट भी खेलता है। ग्रुप ए के अंदर पाकिस्तान और इंडिया के साथ नेपाल है, अफगानिस्तान और बांग्लादेश भी क्यों नहीं?
क्योंकि वो ACC का कोई रूल है।
ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता। अगर अफगानिस्तान और बांग्लादेश होता तो पाकिस्तान कभी खेल ही नहीं पाता।
क्या बोल रहा है ये? कुछ भी।
कहाँ से लेके आए झूठी खबर?
Anywho, what did Sachin Tendulkar achieve in the 2012 Asia Cup?
100 centuries.
You are right. We are proud to have him as a player.
Thank you.
ये DRS में बहुत सुना है, क्या होता है?
धोनी रिव्यू सिस्टम। नहीं, धोनी रिव्यू सिस्टम।
And you call yourselves experts, right? It's a decision review system.
हाँ,
बट अगर डिसीजन रिव्यू सिस्टम रहेगा तो एम्पायर लोग का क्या काम है रे?
उनका
डिसीजन देना।
Poor choice of words, but कोई नहीं. How many times has India won the Asia Cup?
5।
7।
7 करोड़ जो मेरे पास है नहीं,
क्या?
पर परेशान होने का नहीं, अपने पास और भी बढ़िया चीज है। खड़ा है ना, ये बैट है, मैं साइन करके देगा, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है। He is our winner for today.
और मेरे को
तेरे को आना, मैं बाहर समोसा खिलाएगा, आजा। Hope you all had fun today. We will see you in the next episode of Juicy Full Toss in the pre-match analysis. तुम लोग को अलग से बोलना पड़ेगा क्या? बॉल से याद आया, एक ओडीआई इनिंग्स में कितने न्यू बॉल्स यूज होते हैं? If you know, write down in the comments below. We'll be waiting for your answers.